Hey, thanks for sticking around during the break. This is Kevin Fear. This is Pillow Talk, a show about sleep. Again, all locations are at mattressexpressny.com. I've had people emailing me and say, when is your Cortland store going to open? But for the love of God, I wish it would open. This has been the hardest store to get open. Sometimes when you open a location, when we opened Auburn, things were very smooth. We got it open quick. We got the contractors in and out. We got the signs up, as smooth as can be. This Cortland one, holy moly, we own the building. We had to do a complete remodel. We had to deal with weather through the winter. We had to meet all the codes and make all the changes. We're getting there. We had hoped to be open sooner. I can't lie to you. We had, but with any luck, we'll be open in the next 30 days. So we're coming. The signs are up. We're almost there. The carpet's rolling out in a week or two. We're going to be there. So Cortland is coming. It's on Route 281 in Cortlandville, right next to the Chrysler dealer. But it's not there yet. But we have the new store in Auburn in the Movieplex Plaza in Oswego. Beautiful big store in Oswego, right next to Aldi's, across from Walmart. In Oneida and the Glenwood Plaza, coincidentally, where the movie theaters are. New Hartford on Commercial Drive. We're right in the same building as Pet Supplies Plus. Oh, where the heck else are we? Syracuse, Erie Boulevard on the corner of Thompson Road next to Brugger Bagel. On the west end of Syracuse in the Western Lights Price Chopper Plaza. Lots of clearance in that store, too. Nice store. Clay, Route 31 next to Matthews Kia, out there by Great Northern. Where else are we? Watertown, Arsenal Street across from Dunkin' Donuts. Evans Mills, out by Fort Drum. If you're out that way or north of town, come right in. Right in the Walmart Plaza next to Navy Federal Credit Union. I don't think I've missed any. I got so many of them, it's getting hard to keep track anymore, but I think I got them all. But if I didn't, go to mattressexpressny.com, call 1-800-NEW-BEDS during business hours. That will connect you to the closest store. If you see it, when you buy a bed from us, by the way, we have some people that come in and say, well, I want to shop around, make sure I'm getting the best price. No worries. We have a price guarantee. If you see the same bed advertised for less locally within 30 days, we'll just bring it to our attention. We'll refund the difference. So you never have to worry about that. There's no risk. Go shopping after. If you find a better deal, just tell us. All right. Sleep guarantee. Not all beds, but most beds, you get a 30-day sleep guarantee. If you don't love the bed, you come back and exchange it for one of equal or greater value. There's, you go through, there's some conditions and so forth, like everybody has, but you don't have to worry. What if I don't like this bed, right? So we try to take as much risk out of it as we can on most beds. And no appointment necessary. Bring your partner. Give yourself 45 to 90 minutes. Bring all your ID and come with an open mind. Don't walk in the store and start pushing on beds with your hands. Talk to the representative. We're very low pressure. Let them talk to you and ask you some questions and show you some different technologies. Find out the technology that you really like, and then we'll find one that fits your budget. Now, some people will come in and go, oh, I don't want a pillow top. Well, the pillow tops of today aren't what they were 20 years ago. There was a time when it was kind of a trend to get a pillow top. They put a lot of fluff in the top of it, and they would, over time, you'd get a dip in it. It's not like that now, okay? And certainly don't judge the bed on its color. I've had people say, oh, I couldn't sleep on a blue mattress. You're going to put a sheet on it. Who cares, right? So come with an open mind. If you don't want a blue mattress, we'll avoid the blue mattresses, okay? But try different things. We have traditional luxury. We have purple, the hyperelastic grid. We have air. We have Tempur-Pedic material, which is beautiful cooling material. We've got hybrid. We've got it all. Latex. Come on in. All right. Anyway, I want to talk to you. This is interesting. I tell you how much sleep affects your life and everything you do. It affects your health dramatically. It affects your mental acuity. It affects how you drive, how you perform at work, and so on. So, and if you're not getting a good night's sleep every night, it's going to take a toll on your body over time. Here's a drastic example, but it points out to you what effect it has. You'll die of lack of sleep before you'll die of starvation. Just remember that. So there was a radio DJ named Peter Tripp, and the title of the article is How Sleep Deprivation Drove One Man Out of His Mind. It's medium.com. And the article is dated April 11th, 2017. In 1959, a 32-year-old popular radio personality, Peter Tripp, decided to stay awake for 8 days and nights as part of a publicity stunt aimed at raising money for charity. His intentions were good. It was the most daring sleep deprivation ever attempted, and virtually every researcher and physician warned Tripp against this idea, but he was determined, and on a cold January morning, he placed himself in a glass booth in the middle of Times Square so that onlookers and fascinated scientists alike could observe his activity for 201 consecutive hours without sleep. At first, he seemed to cope well. After all, he was considered to be a normal, well-to-do man by his family and friends and listeners. His initial broadcast or his experiment were entertaining as he remained cheerful and humorous. By day 4, however, Tripp began experiencing terrifying hallucinations, imagining spiders crawling in his shoes and mice scampering around him. Imagine that. At times, his psychotic symptoms were so severe that physicians were unable to test his psychological functioning. Tripp grew increasingly hostile, for example. He became convinced that the physicians monitoring him were conspiring against him and would experience angry outbursts during which he would attack them. By day 8, Peter Tripp could not differentiate between his hallucinations and delusions and reality. He had, in fact, essentially lost his mind. Eventually, Tripp was able to endure over 8 days of sleep deprivation, thereby breaking the world record, and on completing this feat, slept for 22 hours straight. He awoke seeming to have recovered from the wake-a-thon and resumed his radio job. However, it was later evident that this experience did not come without long-term consequences. Tripp continued to show psychotic symptoms beyond the charity event, lost his job, divorced his wife, and was rarely heard of by the public again. What was the reason for some of Tripp's underlying psychotic symptoms? As psychologists studied Tripp's downward spiral, they realized his visual hallucinations were following a pattern occurring of roughly every 90 minutes, a cycle that mimics the timing of REM sleep. As we enter REM sleep, our brains become very active and it synthesizes and interprets different signals. It's during this stage that we dream. Tripp experienced what psychologists believe was waking dreams when his mind followed a regular pattern of dreaming while the body remained awake. So after you hear this, I don't think it's a stretch. I'm not a doctor. It might come as a great shock to you. I barely made it through college. But prolonged sleep deprivation has negative effects on your body. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, if you're waking up tired, if you're waking up exhausted, you may need a new mattress. Certainly get with your physician, but if you know it's your mattress, stop putting it off. You know, the older you get, you start realizing what quality of life is all about. And if you work hard and you get up and go every day and you need a new bed, do it. You don't have to spend $1 million. If money's tight, right now we have a clearance sale where you can buy premium quality mattresses for far less than you would have paid originally in many cases. Every couple of years, they come out, every year or 2 years, they come out with new models. We have floor models left over. We have brand new inventory still in the warehouse left over. Come on in right now. Many of these will be discounted, and for every king and queen, you'll get a free adjustable base. Stop torturing yourself. Well, I don't have the money. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Well, my credit stinks. We have no credit check payment plans. Stop making excuses. It's one of those things that once you do it, you'll say, I wish I had done this 10 years ago. Okay? It's really the truth. Every morning when you wake up and you're well rested, you're going to say, why didn't I do this sooner? Our stores are open 7 days a week. No appointment is necessary. All locations at mattressexpressny.com. You can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. Bring your sleeping partner. Come dressed comfortably. Bring all your ID and so forth in case you want to do financing. And give yourself 45 to 90 minutes and come with an open mind. Try different things that you haven't tried before. Just try it. You don't have to like it. Okay? Our people are very friendly and very happy to help. All the locations, mattressexpressny.com. Hurry, this isn't going to last forever. Once we sell these off, it's over. free adjustable base. It's up to a $700 value. All right, I'm heading into break. Stick around. We're going to be right back after this.